So this is what everybody really looks like when they take their mask off after guns, beer, and therapy. Oh my goodness.
Try to take a shower here, guys. Come on, get out of here. Close your eyes. Howdy, Hillbilly Nation. This is American Hillbilly. Man, hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend and celebrating their Independence Day. My goodness. Man, I love this holiday. Oh, looky there. G-Web's just gifted 5 memberships. And I need to take a screenshot of this so I don't forget who all it is. So you give me 1 second here. I took a selfie instead. Oh, there, I got it. So who got the memberships is Country Rimfire Plus, Woods, Dwayne 7834, Dale Pogue, and TJ's Fishing. Well, thank you very much for that, G-Webs, and welcome, everybody. My goodness, what a great group of people we have out there, not only tonight, but each and every Saturday night. My goodness. Well, we have a boatload of people back here in the green room, and we got like red, white, and blue cupcakes, just all kinds of stuff, everything, all the food back there is red, white, and blue. So, so we're going to bring them out. I think everybody's full probably. And so let's bring them out and everybody can say howdy. First up, we have Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies.
Did I get
Hey,
it all
buddy.
off?
How you doing?
Did I get it all off? Those cupcakes are awesome, man. Yes.
Yeah, blueberry, strawberry, and I don't know what the white was, but
I'm jealous because Hasbro really is on a boat. You said a boatload of people. He's
exactly.
So, but glad to be here tonight. Looking forward to it. I got my coffee here because I'm running on fumes, and I'm gonna try to stay awake for this one. I'll tell the story a little later.
Okay. Well, you get old up there, and you can tell your story. Kind of an inside joke there. Hopefully, Chad will share with us.
It's a well-oiled machine.
Yeah. And before we get to the next person, I want to shout out J Delta 22NC. He did a super sticker for $9.99. Oh, awesome. My goodness, buddy. Thank you very much. Sure appreciate that. My goodness. And I love the little emoji over there he's got going on. It's like an office chair with is that a dog? That's hilarious. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. So let's get the rest of these fine folks out here. And we have somebody that most usually just jumps in the green room, but has to scatter before we start. But this time, we locked the back door, so she's stuck with us. We got Brooke.
Hey,
Great Start Shooting School. How you doing, Brooke?
I'm good. Yes. So in 11 years of owning a Great Start Shooting School, this is the first weekend for the 4th of July I've actually taken off, because in my heart, I'm like,
oh no! Doggone it. She hit the wrong button or what? Nope. Oh, man. Well, hopefully Brooke will be right back with us.
You didn't lock the back door good enough.
Yeah, she opened the back door. She got out.
Goodbye, Brooke.
So, as soon as Brooke gets back on here, we'll get back to her. But up next, we got JH586. Did you kick Brooke out?
I don't have that power on this platform, brother. Thanks for having me, but like Brooke says, I mean, it was like, because in my heart, deep in my heart, and she's out of here. I'm like, I'm getting complex.
Maybe her heart was telling her she needs to get bail. Get out of
Hey,
here.
Dale Poe, good to see you, brother. No, man, it's been a great week. I've been off since. All right, I worked not this week. I've been off all this week, and last week I only worked a whole day Monday, and then I was off at lunch on Tuesday and Wednesday. I got to go back to work on Monday, and I'm going to be so sorry. They're going to have to retrain me, y'all. But let me tell you, them red, white, and blue cupcakes is the stuff. Thanks, man.
You betcha. And I'm going to text Brooke here and tell her, we lost you. What happened?
She was airing it on her channel too, so
Yeah. Well, I don't think we've done anything to get kicked off the air. We still got comments coming in, so
yeah, still showing viewers.
Cole said when Brooke says she's off, she meant she's off. Oh my goodness. Look at all these fine folks over there. Appreciate you being on here, Jamie.
There, she's back.
Yeah.
She's back.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying. I don't know.
What in the worldwide sports happened there?
So in your heart, what?
Yeah, I'm like, and then poof, gone. I'm like, all must have reached in from behind the back door, opened it, threw me out, threw me some cupcakes and some possum, and then threw me back.
Oh no, we lost her again.
Technical difficulties.
Oh man, hopefully she can get that figured out and get back on here. Well, while we're waiting on her, let's bring on let's say we had a boatload. Right here is a boatload. We got Hasbro out there pirating the ship, watching the fireworks. Look at all that beauty. America, baby.
Hey, everybody. Live from the lake for just a few more minutes. I'm going to get real busy because I got to drive this boat back. But hope you all have a good show. I'll hang on as long as I can.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you for the show. This is awesome.
Check that out.
You should tell your
Here,
town
Grand Valley, it's been going on about a half an hour. So
you should tell your town they're a day late, Hasbro.
yeah, that's what they do. Me and 1,000 other boats out here. It's going to get crazy.
Oh, I imagine.
I can show you. I don't know if you can see all the boats, but it's pretty dark. But there's a lot of them out here.
Oh my goodness. Well, thanks for being here, buddy, and giving us
I'll mute it. You guys have a good
show. All right. So we got Brooke back. Let's try her again.
Third time's a charm, maybe? I don't know.
I hope so.
We'll see what happens. Not for lack of trying, I swear. So first weekend in my 11 years in business, because Second Amendment, Independence Day all go together. So I normally teach on this weekend. So I'm sitting in the backyard with my husband today. I'm like, what am I doing tomorrow? And I'm like, oh, I don't have classes tomorrow. I told him, I'm like, well, I'll hang out with Hillbilly and the rest of y'all just for one more night. So yeah. So there you go. That only took 10 minutes to get me to the end of that 30-second thing I meant to say.
Well, so glad to have you for sure. My goodness. I hope your connection stays good.
Yeah, so it's a StreamYard issue with Safari, and I had to change some camera settings because I read about it. I didn't have a problem before, so I don't think there was going to be a problem, but I was wrong. So now I know better.
I thought maybe you got icing on your fingers from the cupcakes and
No. I'm gonna like since Bubba's not here, I'm gonna blame it on Bubba and Possum Stew. That's the plan there. But yeah, no, the StreamYard's having some issues on Safari and a couple different other ones, and it has to do with camera settings. And so my stream that I did before this for mental health awareness, mental health matters, it's like I had all the settings and it wasn't a problem. But apparently, if I'm on somebody else's channel, then that is not the same. Because I'm also streaming this out to mine, so I don't know if it's the combo of all of that.
Yeah. Yeah, Mark Thomas's Hasbro's channel is blowing up.
Yeah, for real.
Well, we still got some more fine folks back here. Let's get them out on stage. We got Moondog. How you doing, buddy?
Very good. I love the sound of freedom.
Oh man, ain't that awesome?
Mm-hmm. I just wish we could see a little bit more of what's going on.
Yeah. Oh man, love it. I love it.
take the boat closer, Hasbro.
Yeah, can you move us closer so we can see a little better?
All right, you guys have a great show. I'm heading out, so we'll see you.
All right.
All right, buddy. Be careful out there.
Be careful on that water out there.
I'll do it.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Like a lot of fun right there.
How do you steer a boat in at night in a lake with like that many other boats?
Slowly.
Yeah.
Slowly. That's why there's a no wake rule in the evening once the sun is down.
Oh, well, that's what.
What really sucks is if a fog rolls in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Our lake gets crazy. As soon as fireworks are over, man, everybody's wide open, trying to hurry up and get back to their boat dock. Well, good to have you here, Moondog. As they're booming and the fireworks. And so anyway, up next we got my favorite gizzard and yours, Mr. Gizzard Gary. How you doing, buddy?
Doing well. Thanks for having me.
Oh my goodness.
So back in the green room, you were talking about long hair. You're gonna have to pull that picture out one of these days for real.
All right.
G-Web says, get a submarine that way you can go down
Yeah.
underneath all the boats there. That'll work. Oh, man. Well, good to have you here, Gary. And we have one more person back here. One of my most favorite leather makers, Mr. Mark Thomas. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great. Thanks for having me. Glad to be here. Sorry I couldn't join you last weekend, but this guy had me running. Holy mackerel. I had good intentions of at least checking in and saying hi, but 9:45, I was in my bunk, and it was it. I was out.
You're done.
I was done.
Plus, it was taken hostage too.
Yeah, we had a great event. We had a good day, beautiful weather, just fantastic time. So, I was glad I could be a part of that, and sorry I couldn't make it to this one, but I sure decided I was going to be here tonight, at least for a little bit. So, thanks for having me. Happy Independence Day weekend to everybody.
Oh,
Let's have some fun.
You betcha. And, of course, we got a few topics and stuff, but anyway, figured we'd start out letting Moondog and Mark kind of fill us in on what all they were doing and everything like that. And Moondog shared a bunch of pictures with us. And see, we have a video uploaded here.
That's that too, and one of them is for those of you who didn't catch the one from last week. I was able to upload a little bit of video with Mark and I from the morning from my hotel room with the slow hotel Wi-Fi.
Man, let's see, where is it?
Well, anyway, while Hillbilly is trying to finagle those files, I'll explain what it was.
Yeah, please do.
It's an annual charity airsoft game that I've been putting on for over 15 years now. We raise money for the it used to be called the Juvenile Diabetes Research Fund, and now they changed their name last year to Breakthrough T1D because the research that they're funding is to find a cure for diabetes, and it's not just restricted to juvenile diabetes; it's all kinds of diabetes. But every year, we donate half of the proceeds from the event to the charity. And we've had as many as 1,000 players pre-COVID, and it's been far less since then. But we had about 450-ish players this weekend, and Mark was commanding one of the three armies in the game, three factions, as we call them. So everybody who signs up for the game signs up for. Actually, there are 4 different groups that you could sign up for. But one of them is restricted to veterans of the game who've played the game previously. The other 3 factions represent 3 different factions in a fictional civil war in the Congo in Africa. And it was set off by Ebola. And you can join one team that Mark commanded, which is called the Black and Tans, and you have to wear a uniform that is either mostly tan or black. So if you like to wear like a SWAT outfit, that would fit, or basically any desert camo. The other team wears multicam, which is now the de facto camo pattern for the U.S. military forces, but it actually existed before that. And then there's the third team, which is basically any green camo. So your hunting woodland camo that would fit into that third team. The fourth team is what we call the tribals, and they represent all of the native militias as you're fighting through the field, which represents a part of the mountains of Congo. You're fighting through various villages, and those villages don't like to have a war on their doorstep, so they're fighting back. So the uniform for that faction is basically civilian, but mostly the folks have opted to wear a lot of very brightly colored Hawaiian shirts oftentimes. So you've got those 4 factions you can join, and the objective of the game is to find hidden in the field 4 rubber stamps, and each of the team is assigned 5 to 10 sample collectors, and you're supposed to get them to the rubber stamp, and they're supposed to stamp their cards with all 4 of those stamps. And there's 4 bonus stamps that are on the bodies of the faction commanders, including Mark here. So if you happen to in playing airsoft, it's kind of like paintball. You're shooting plastic BBs at each other. So if you kill the commander and get to him within 5 minutes, he with a sample card, he will take out his rubber stamp and stamp your card. So the team the army that collects the most samples wins the game at the very end. So
wow!
It started from about Mark. Was it did the kickoff time was about 10 o'clock, or was it about 11 o'clock? Do you remember?
10 o'clock.
Yeah, so it runs from 10 o'clock, and you play nonstop till about 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Yeah, it's a whole day of airsoft.
My goodness.
And the field is about 180 acres.
Oh my! Wow. Yeah. My
it is a blast. It's a melee all day. You can get hit from anywhere. It's just it's awesome. We had a great time. We had great weather this year, and even on Sunday we did the zombie games and just had a good time.
Yeah. So after the Saturday games, everybody's invited to, especially if they're staying over. There's campsites at the field. The next day we run a bunch of different scenario games, but we always start the morning off with a zombie game, and that's a game where you're fighting against everybody, but if you get killed, you turn into a zombie, and you're trying to tag live players, and if you touch them, they turn into zombies.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Sounds
One of
like
my
a lot of
buddies, one of
fun.
my home crew, was the last man standing.
Yay.
Michael, yeah, he took it. He was pretty proud of that. Big
Oh,
smiles.
bet.
A lot of
I
fun.
bet so. Well,
So
I did.
any luck?
Yeah, I did find the one video. I just had a different file. So hopefully, let me know if you guys can hear this and everything. Okay.
Hey, Hillbilly, how are you? Hey. We thought we'd give you a little recording here in case we weren't able to log in tonight to join your live stream, but we're just a little bit busy today with this charity airsoft event. So, but we're there in spirit, and hopefully we can answer some of the topic questions tonight remotely. But if we don't hear from you, or if you don't hear from us, well, you know why. Anyway, good to see everybody. Make somebody's day better.
So I don't know if you were able to download. We had a professional photographer out there who took some really amazing photos.
Yeah, I got a
players.
bunch of pictures here. It's the other video that I was having trouble finding. So let me share these.
Mm-hmm.
And there's quite a few of them, but yeah, the other video sent, like, there was a lot more people there.
Oh yeah, that was that's the chrono station where everybody's checking out. We're making sure that the airsoft guns don't fire too hot. That means that they're too fast, which can, even though they're plastic BBs, they can cause some damage if they're shoot especially high velocity.
Yeah, we had the same chrono type deal that went over the end of the barrel for our paintball guns. And
yeah. So in that case, he was that's a barrel condom, or like the barrel blockers they put on there. So he's taking that, either putting it on or taking it off after chrono.
We just got some pictures here. Some great pictures.
Yeah, that's the those are the airsoft vendors who came out to sell extra gear at the store, at the paintball field store outside.
Nice.
And you can see all the gear. Everybody wears stuff that pretty much is equivalent. In some cases, there actual is sort of military plate carriers or replicas, Chinese knockoffs of said plate carriers. And you can see of the variety of the different teams they're out there playing. The Hawaiian shirt guy's one of the tribals. And that's the multicam team. Their name is Deus Ex.
There's a ghillie suit.
Some guys did wear ghillie suits, though. I don't recommend it because it does. Typically, it gets rather hot.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, the summer in Pennsylvania, we lucked out, as Mark said. In the morning, it was rather unusually cool and foggy. Okay, how do you compare the March scope to the Discovery optics? Well, there's no comparison in terms of the top end, because if that's the March scope is like, it goes up to their top end scope is like 60 and 80 power. The Discovery scope, while they get near that, they're not as clear and sharp as when they get up to that high magnification. There you go. There's more of a sense of the morning. That was the safety briefing where we talked about the game and the rules. Nice. So that's about 400 plus players and change out there.
Wow.
And some of the folks came out in some unusual gear. You can see a sort of a Jerry helmet there, a World War I/II helmet. It's allowed if you want to. Some guy came as sort of there we go, as a Knights Templar, because that's the emblem of Deus Ex. They're in the storyline. They're a Catholic militia because Congo is actually the majority Catholic country in Africa because of the Belgian being a Belgian colony at one point. And there I am.
Oh, you're there. Man, it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was hoping we get a photo of Mark in there, and maybe somewhere. I don't know where. If we'll manage to capture him in one of the shots, and that's the field owner there who's talking, was addressing everybody.
Yeah, Mark's hard to spot with that beard.
Trying to see if I can spot him. Oh, in the morning we have the national anthem.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that is great.
Always start the game with the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem. And some folks came out in Soviet gear.
I seen that.
So you get a wide range of folks. They tend to be a little bit older because the gear you can't. Almost all airsoft games you can't show up and like rent gear. You have to buy the stuff. So there's our Brit Mandalorian. Don't know who that is actually, but I thought that was an interesting get up that he put together there.
Yeah.
Oh, so Rustic Rimfire. It was quiet when I shot it over at the range. I can't really say that I have much experience with it because I didn't have to sit there all day and see how hot it got or to clean the thing out. So it functioned quite well. And there's some more tribals. This team likes to wear their purple camo.
Yeah.
So they're allowed. So they're sort of the non-standard camo team. And you can see some of the bunkhouses on this field at the very back there. That's where players can rent out those to stay overnight for big events like this one. It's on top of a mountain in eastern Pennsylvania, north of Scranton is where this field is located. About 45 minutes north of Scranton, Pennsylvania, and about 3 hours from New York City. So I'm still looking for Mark. Did I miss him?
There weren't many pictures of me.
A lot of patches.
Yeah, there's a big patch exchange, I believe, on Saturday night or Sunday. And the event was sponsored by evic.com, which is like the biggest airsoft and tactical gear online retailer.
Nice.
And that's my buddy in the red shirt there. That's Ian. He's
Ian,
yeah. He managed the game this year. Usually he's my co-producer. Well, I've promoted him to producer of this game because I handed off the event to him to run moving forward. So I'm kind of now after this, I'm going to be retired from airsoft. Hopefully, Mark will still be playing next year.
Yeah, I'm still going to stay involved. It was sad to hear that Moondog decided to hand it off, but we're understanding. I mean, family takes priority. So I did tell Ian that since we're closer, we're only like 3 hours away. Anything he needs, we'll be there for him.
How many years you been doing this, Moondog?
I've been doing airsoft events for almost 20 years, but the Bad Blood is over 15 years. It's since I started the game.
Wow.
Yeah, and it really needs to have somebody there, local, who can see the condition of the field and make some decisions and changes to the gameplay. And since I'm on the other side of the country, I usually, when I was living in New York, would go up to the field at least once or twice a few months before the event so I can make some modifications. But I really felt like it needed to do the game justice. It needed somebody who's there, boots on the ground. That's really one of the big reasons why I decided to step back and let somebody else run the event.
Wow.
So this is going to take a bit of time because I think we sent you the entire 350 photo gallery that Ted Colgrove took of this.
And the more I see, there's a lot more air rifles and hands. So we probably ought to go ahead and stop that for a minute because I don't know if the AI might think it's, how that goes.
Yeah. That's a very smart move.
And while you guys are talking, I want to scroll through here so I can find a picture of Mark. Well, you guys are finishing up this.
There aren't too many. I stayed hidden well.
Well, that's part of
it's
part of the strategy, right? Because you don't want them to capture you and get your stamp. So, how was the event for you, from your point of view, Mark?
It was good. We were, a little disappointed to hear that you're stepping aside, but ready to step up and help Ian in any way we can.
Thank you.
The group that I brought up, the couple of guys and my son, they're a little bit more accustomed to the mill sim sort of things, and they did kind of go off on their own for a couple hours and do their own thing, which was fine. So it all played in well. We had a great time. The weather was great. So it was just another good event. 3 years now in a row, and can't wait for next year already.
Wow. My goodness.
Yeah, there was a bit of a discussion after this and every other event, because there's two different groups of folks. There's always the term mill sims, the guys who really want to have an experience, very much a simulation of being in the military or in a military unit. And but the vast majority of the players who come to the event are new players, younger players, or first time playing airsoft. And EVIC especially wanted to sponsor the game to try to attract more new players to the sport, which makes perfect sense, especially from a retailer standpoint and from a strategic standpoint. If you don't keep growing your sport, it's eventually going to just sort of wither and evaporate. Yeah. But the newbies always get on the nerves of the hardcore milsim guys, and just trying to balance those two different goals and is a bit of a challenge.
I bet.
So for your son and his group, Mark, would you think that they might be more interested in if they were actually given specific kind of missions to accomplish by the team leadership, like go to this grid coordinate, and we do have maps with grid coordinates, so hopefully they'd appreciate go to E5 and get there by certain so and so time and stay there and report on who comes into your zone. more of kind of recon kind of missions.
Yeah, they'd love that. They were kind of doing that as it was. They were sneaking up there in the castle and irritating the crap out of the people that were in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't know if any of you guys have played in big airsoft fields. They built a 2-story castle out of wood, a fort that you can fight in if you want. So yeah, that's that kind of field.
Wow. That's some really cool stuff.
Well, thank you.
And I mean, I know like when we used to play paintball, it's exciting. I mean, I've never played airsoft, but with our paintball guns and where we had them turned up to, you did not want to get hit by any means. I mean, it hurt and leave bruises on you. And so, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, airsoft will leave bruises on you too, but it's the difference between getting a paintball raspberry and with airsoft, it's like mosquito bites. You got little red welts.
Oh yeah,
if you get hit by them, and it hurts enough that you don't want to get hit, or when you get hit, you usually know. If you can imagine, it's about the same as getting hit with a paper clip, in grade school with a rubber band. So yeah. Imagine getting hit by 30 of those. You don't want to get hit.
Yeah, G-Webs has got a question out there. Do they use radios? Folks monitor the comms.
Yeah. For this event, we made it a rule that we wanted everybody to bring radios because it's such a large field and it's a varied terrain. There's even a very steep canyon gully area, and a lot of people over the years have taken a tumble there and gotten twisted ankles and whatever, gotten injured. So we actually mandated that everybody bring an FRS GMRS radio, but specifically for emergency use, so that if they get injured or see somebody that's injured or a fire or whatever on the field, that they can radio in that information. And if you can imagine, if there are 400 plus players, or when we had 1,000 players, when we didn't enforce very strict comms protocols, it can get just crazy with people just talking whatever. So we restrict each of the factions to only 2 channels, and on the spectrum, and we it's a game of honor. So you tell everybody don't jam other factions' channels, and don't keep the chatter to a minimum, and don't use the radios for that.
So G-Webs just said that is the battle in Congo each year, or does that change?
Yes. And this is one of the few airsoft games where we basically replay the game every year, this with the same sort of like a reset. But part of that is because it's a very fluid game where you start in different locations every year, and there's no territory to defend. You're just basically wandering through the field trying to get your objectives, kind of like a scavenger hunt. So the experience is very different every year, from year to year.
That's cool. Yeah, that is neat. So, man, thanks for sharing all that with us, guys. I mean, that's, if there was something like that in this area, or even just a field, I would probably go do it, because it looks like a lot of fun. And I know we used to have a great time doing the paintball. So, but anyway, let's shout out all these fine folks over here on the side chat. Jamie, would you like to shout everybody out on the YouTubes here? What should we have them type in, guys?
You could type in Airsoft or Bad Blood.
There you go.
We'll pick one.
Okay.
Bad Blood. Or, yeah, any of them.
Yeah. All right. Bad blood. I think that'll be easier to type.
They going with airsoft.
Okay.
All right. Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies was in first, and he's on the panel right there. Right there.
Yeah.
Abigail Finnegan's out there too. Good evening. Bama Dad's out there. Good to see you, brother. Helping Man is out there. J Delta 22NC. Dwayne 7834. Alaska 1. Andy. Mark Thomas. We got him all confused. Poor Mark. Fluffy 10mm Jeep Guy. Bama Dad. Jacob S. Garage Guy 879, living in Southwest Virginia. Rustic Rimfire, Smoking Joe. Dwayne 7834, Mark Thomas again, Info Bros. Fuku YT, Ozzy Orsborn, Chris Lang, Jacob S. Gizzard Gary is on the panel and in the side chat. Pat in the bunker, what's going on, buddy? Mr. Bob's out there. Ron 2A Matters. Southern Rifle. A great start shooting school. She's still on the panel as well.
Yes, she is.
Dale Pogue. Justin Grimm, good to see you, brother. And I think Chris Lang, what's happening, brother? And I think we're up to date for the moment. I hope I didn't miss anybody.
See, you get Sam Folks. I see. Oh no, that's a hashtag. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, don't forget to put your hashtag in too. Along the bottom of the banner, you'll see scrolling the hashtag HBN137, and that'll get you entered in tonight's giveaway. And not only are we doing a skinny night giveaway, but Brooke has generously offered to give something away tonight too. So. Yeah, when it's time for that, you want to show them real quick, or you want to wait?
Well, we can show them.
All right.
Because not everybody wants a pink hat, but if you want a pink hat, all the way from Connecticut, I will give you a pink hat. However, if pink is not your color, then of course I have a black hat, and because you got to have options in life, because that's how things should go. And then let's say some of y'all actually like shooting and maybe you'd like to get a little better at shooting. Well, there's this guy who's like a really good instructor. His name is Ben Stager. And well, he's got this book, Dry Fire Reloaded, and he gave it to me so that I could give it to my students. So if you'd like to learn about getting a little better with a hand pistol, I got that for you as well. But wait, there's more. It's like a ShamWow commercial.
Awesome.
Are you ready? Ladies, babes with bullets, women having fun with guns. Miss Deb Ferns, I love her to pieces. I left my children just so that I could go and spend a week with her and a bunch of other amazing shooters. And she started shooting at 45. So for all you guys who are always asking, how do we get girls into this? Here's a book that you can help with. So there is that. Oh, but wait, no, we're not done yet. If you order now, no, just kidding. And then I have my favorite pens, which are hard to see because they're little.
Nice.
But it has a stylus, and that you can drive people crazy because you can sit there and you can click them. So voila, it's a whole bunch of stuff. And Hillbilly gets to decide if it's going to go all at once or if I got to send it to 10 of you different people. So yeah, so there's all my stuff because I'm never here and I don't stay up this late. And well, here I am. So and Hillbilly does giveaways and I do not. So this is how I get to do a giveaway on Independence Day.
Well, thank you so much. This is awesome stuff. And that pink hat and book for the girls. If there's single guys out there, you might be able to pick up your girlfriend. You got that to hand out.
You never know. And it's never too early or too late to start shooting. So, and having fun with
Pat the Bunker just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, buddy. And we'll see who YouTube chose to give those memberships to. I can't have nothing to do with that. It won't it just randomly picks people on YouTube there. Anyway, the people that got that is Rich B, Gort, Tommy Boy, Tim S, and Missy Campbell. Awesome. Congratulations for getting those free memberships. And if you're new to this channel, what that means is you are a VIP member now, and we do a live VIP chat on Tuesday nights at 8:30 Central, and my wife Ames is on here with me for that, and we just have a good time there. And anyway, and then I put out a video once a week, just for our VIPs. It's just a video. A lot of times it's just a vlog type deal. Share a lot more about personal stuff in our life and what's going on those videos. So anyway, make sure you check those out if you're a new member. Thank you so much. And
okay. Tim's comment here. So I've done a bunch of classes with Deb here in New England because they would come here. Unfortunately, Babes with Bullets is no longer a girls' camp because Deb closed it down. But we've done them here in Harvard, Massachusetts. We've done them in Pioneer Sportsman up in New Hampshire. But yeah, Kay Mucklick was one of my favorites. I've trained with Kay. I've trained with her daughter Lena. Hung out with Jerry because my husband's a big revolver shooter. So that is just some of the amazing shooters that are in here. Julie Golub as well from Smith & Wesson. But yeah, it's fun. Girls with guns are fun. So that is another reason why you want to learn more about them. So.
Yeah. Your husband's a big revolver shooter. You hear that, Jamie? That's awesome.
Yeah, no, he goes to the IRC every year. Usually shoots somewhere around, not with Jerry often, but sometimes on the super squads with those types of folks. Just like me going to Arizona with Deb was the first time I left my kids. I'm pretty sure Sean going to California for the IRC back in 2011, maybe. And and my son actually been to the IRC. He was this close to being the junior champion, but he got DQ'd in the last stage. So, and then he turned 18. So that was the end of his junior career. But yeah, we've got some really nice revolvers here in the house.
Nice. Well, yeah, I like to hear that.
Very cool.
Yep.
So, but yeah, the Micklick family is very fun to hang out with and shoot with. And oh my gosh, hanging out with Deb Ferns and Lena and Kay and there's just so many of them. There's a picture of, for those of you who know, Susan Munson. It's like I'm carrying an umbrella and shooting one-handed, and she's the one who's running the timer on me. So they are some pretty amazing ladies, and it is tons of fun to hang out with them. The world champions of the girls. So,
nice. All righty. Oh, and again, folks, make sure you get your hashtag in tonight because we got some nice giveaways, no doubt. See, let's bring up here. I had some topics, and we'll do that giveaway around the bottom of the hour here. So anyway,
yeah, you're saying 11:30, 10:30 your time.
Yeah, and so the first topic I thought would be fun. Independence Day was yesterday. Celebrate America's birthday, and as you can see, many people still celebrating, letting off fireworks and all that stuff. Like while you guys were talking a while ago, somebody in our neighborhood had some fireworks going, and I mean they were like 10 minutes, just bah, 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 bah. I was like, man, I would like to went outside and watch that. But anyway, I figured, we talk about, Independence Day, and we get the Revolutionary War marks our history, buff here.
Just stay away, Mark. Don't fall into that.
And I'm kind of interested in Mark's answer to this, and we'll let him go first. So, if you could take but one firearm with unlimited ammo, now we're not counting like the fully automatic, the belt feed, stuff. Back and in history to fight for our country in a Revolutionary War, what one firearm and caliber, what would it be?
Well, I'm going to make Jamie smile with this one because the one firearm in my collection that would be a repeater, not a fully automatic. I'd take that Marlin 336 and 35 Rem and a whole box full of ammo. Just keep feeding them in. That thing would do everything I wanted it to.
Especially in that environment, right? So does this have to be a firearm that we own?
No. But I want to say hi to MCK out there real quick. Hey, buddy, good to see you. No, just like you get to choose a firearm and you got unlimited ammo to go with it, and you're fighting for your country.
Thanks for the clarification. You want to change your answer now, Mark?
Not at all.
All right. So
I'm going to go ahead and check out.
Giz or Gary, and
that's it. You're gone. One answer.
Yep.
You're toast. Oh.
Yep. One answer.
Right.
It's after 11 o'clock. I'm gone. I'm going to bed.
Good night, Mark. It's been fun.
Well, it's good to see you again, Mark. Can't believe it's been a week.
Good to see you, buddy.
Good, definitely. And I think he froze up, or he's just really still happy.
Yeah.
Everybody go over and check out Mark Thomas. Great channel, great person. Oh, there you are. You're back again. You froze for a minute.
Yep, I'm out. Good night, all. Have a great weekend. Have a great week ahead.
You too,
Thanks,
brother.
Mark.
Thanks.
Good to see you.
All right, buddy. We'll see you. So far out in the side chat, I seen an M1 Grand out there. So I own another one. So Gary, how about you, buddy? What would be that?
Yes. What's the question again? I heard part of it, but I didn't hear it.
So if you could take but one firearm and of your choice with unlimited ammo, but like not a belt feed fully automatic,
Oh man.
To go back, well, because I figure everybody would be like, I'll take, but certain rifles that would just like mow down stuff. But anyway, go back and fight for your country for the Revolutionary War. What firearm would that be? And it could be of your choice,
Oh gosh, if I got to fight with it, it's probably going to have to be my AR.
Good one. An AR. Definitely a great choice. You got, unlimited mags and ammo.
Yeah, as long as they're paying for the ammo, yeah, I'm good.
And I'll say hi to Tennessee Goddess out there. Hey, girl, how you doing this evening? So how about you, Moondog? That's good stuff. I that's a good choice there, Gizzard, no doubt. I mean, way faster than the, muzzle loaders and stuff.
Now, this would be going back in time and fighting the Redcoats, or
yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I wish I had Mark Thomas over here, or at least anybody who's into doing the reenactments. I think they were wearing wool.
Yeah. Don't tell me you're going to take an airsoft, are you?
No.
Okay.
I was thinking, I was thinking the AR is along with Gary, but then I'm thinking, that wool might actually stop a 5.56, depending on how many layers. So I'd probably go with something a little heavier caliber. So I'm going to go with an AK, because if it's unlimited ammo, I want something that has a piston. And
yeah,
and and something that I probably, since I'm going back in time, I won't probably have a gunsmith, so I'm going to need to be able to bend and hammer anything that breaks. So I think that the legendary reliability of an AK might come in handy.
Yeah,
So that would be my call.
no doubt. But don't forget, you don't get the fun switch on it. But yeah.
That's fine. I can pull that trigger pretty fast.
Oh yeah. All righty. So Brooke, how about you, girl? What would you be taking with you?
Well, I'm looking at my apple seed because that's where I learned everything about the actual, days leading up to the beginning of the shot that rang around the world. And here's the thing. I'm too much of a sci-fi girl. I'm not bringing anything back with me because I still want to have the same parents I have now. But yeah, no, for real. I'm like,
when you said sci-fi, I thought you meant like maybe a laser gun or something.
Oh no. It's the chaos theory and the butterfly effect. I'm like, no. There's too much time travel that has gone terribly wrong, and so I'm like, I'm not bringing anything. I'm gonna go hide. So, but if I really had to go do something like that, I really would do something ridiculously simple. Like a breakdown 22 that you can put in your backpack, simply for the fact that I would just mostly be hiding, not knowing what the hell I was supposed to be doing. So there is that. But yeah, no, I don't know what I would do. It would be kind of crazy. It's like, it would be so cool to actually be able to travel back and see all of that. But at the same time, it'd probably be pretty horrific all at the same time. Because I'm like, no. But yeah, so yeah, I have no idea is the real answer to your question. That is the honest to God answer. I'm like, no, got nothing.
Well, I want to say here, Tennessee Goddess says she got a fractured foot. Oh man, I hope you get feeling better. Doggone it, that is painful. No doubt about that. You can't get no butt kicking contest when you got a fractured foot either.
Wait a second. I don't know anything about guns, but does High Point really have an AR?
They're coming out with one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, Garage Guy's like, he knows my heart. All right, Jamie, how about you?
Well, since I got my answer ripped out from under me, I was going to take a M60, but yeah, I shot for the first time this past week a M1 Garand, and that ain't something I want to take and carry and shoot all day. It is. I know it's loaded down light because of the upright and all that, but I'm telling you guys, M1 Garands are still every bit of a 30-06.
Oh yeah,
they weigh about 11 to 12 pounds, and yeah, Mark's answer is looking better and better, but I think given that time and place, a bolt action with the biggest capacity that you could get would be a great gun to take. And how what's the word? Anyway, think about using a Lee Enfield in 303 British against the
Love the irony.
Irony, that's the word I was trying to get. That would be ironic as crap. But yeah, I think if I could get my hands on one of those, since I can't take my M60, yeah, I wouldn't want the M1 Garand. They're heavy, they kick like a mule, and these are 18, 19-year-old guys dragging these things through everywhere. That's why in the movies you see a lot of guys carrying M1 carbines because the M1 Grands will make a man out of you in a hurry. Hollywood actors ain't that. So that's my choice. I would take a Lee Enfield.
Yeah. Ozzy out there, there's a lot of great one out on the side field or on the side chat too. And Ozzy says Henry lever action 44. Yeah, lever action would be sweet.
Yeah, but see, that's going to cut down your range. I want to be able to shoot them at about 400 yards, 400 yards.
Way farther than what a musket could reach, huh? Oh my goodness. So, Chad, how about you? You taking a bench rest 22 long rifle and just picking them out way out there?
No, as much as y'all probably thought I would take a rimfire, so I don't want heavy, so it's not going to be an AR-10, but I would take an AR-15, but not in 223 or 5.56. Since you're offering unlimited ammo, I'm going with a 300 Blackout.
Ooh, sweet.
Ooh, Justin Grimm actually has my gun. I do have the Barrett, so there's that. If we're going to go with stuff that we actually own, so yeah.
Yeah, I dang sure want to be dragging around a Barrett 50 cal BMG out there. Oh man.
My dad told me that was really just for cutting the trees down so that the trees would fall on people. That
Oh
was
yeah.
the purpose of the 50 cal.
No doubt about that. Yeah, we got some 6.5 Grendel out there, Creedmoor or 6.5 Creedmoor.
Steve, that 6.5 Creedmoor it's good enough.
Yeah, you can shoot them at 1,000 yards with a 6.5 Creedmoor. I know that for a fact.
He's poking fun at me because Hasbro beat me with my 6.5 Creedmoor.
Yeah, I saw the headlines. I need to watch that video. That's a game I'd like to get involved in right there.
Hasbro says back safe at the boathouse. People are nuts. Hashtag people are nuts. I agree, buddy. Glad you made it back there safely. Oh man. Yeah, I'm kind of with Chad. That was one of the deals I was thinking. 300 Blackout and fairly light, fairly accurate. For quite a distance. Not tremendous recoil, so you can stay at it for a little while. But then I love the 300 Blackout too. So, but my other one would have been an 8.6 because I think an 8.6 if you found like 20 people lined up, that thing just likes to keep going, and so. Which I've never shot one, but seen a lot of videos and heard a lot about it. So,
So what's the range? What do you think the effective range is for a 300 Blackout?
I mean, 300-400 yards pretty easy, I think.
The farthest I've ever shot mine's 100 yards, but I can shoot one whole groups at 100 yards with mine.
Yeah. Yep.
That would be my concern with 300 Blackout. They're inherently accurate. I've played with them enough to know that. I don't own one, not shot one a whole lot. But like y'all say, one whole groups, that's hard to beat. But I don't know what
Tim says it's about the same as a 7.62 by 39. He says out there. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to shoot mine a real long distance, so but I just kind of watching other people's videos and stuff like that. So,
Which I've shot a AR-15 and 223 up to 530. So
oh yeah,
See, that to me would be a better choice than 300 Blackout. It'd have to be super mock.
yeah.
I'm gonna look up that book though. Think you're living in Southwest Virginia.
Alrighty. So we do have the giveaway coming up here in a little bit, so make sure you get those hashtags in. And we'll go on to the next topic for tonight. I think this will be a real quick one because I got one more after that if we had time to get to it. That's just because, being 4th of July or Independence Day. This one right here is favorite firework.
as long as we don't talk about motor oil.
Oh, yeah. Well, Chad, you want to share your dilemma?
So I had my live stream last night, and when the live went down at about almost 12, I was really tired, and I told Hillbilly I was going to get off, go to bed. I got to looking for my dogs, and my boxer was here, but my Cocker Spaniel was MIA. So before the live, I came home with some dinner after I got done shooting guns. I carried my dinner in the house. Then I went back out to get my shotgun in the garage out of the truck. The Cocker Spaniel followed me to the garage, and I didn't know it. So I shut her up in the garage. Came in and ate my dinner. Went and got on the live stream. Then I realized 2 hours later that I was missing a dog.
Oh,
I had a pan of used motor oil in the garage that she turned over, and I was up till 4 o'clock this morning, bathing a dog multiple times in Dawn dishwashing liquid.
oh no.
And
I wonder how many times she slipped and fell and rolled around in that oil.
I told Hillbilly she paced the garage, 2-car garage, so she paced around both vehicles. I just washed and detailed both of those vehicles this weekend. She put her paws on the vehicles, trying to get in them. She put her paws on the door to the house, trying to get in the house. So I got back up at 7 o'clock this morning and spent the entire day scrubbing my garage floor and the walls and the vehicles. And so I'm running on no sleep, and I'm tired, and she's laying right here right now.
Make sure you know where she's at tonight.
Yeah.
It's still slippery, I bet.
Your mom and dad should have got rid of all the fleas.
Yeah, she ain't gonna have the mange either. I always remember when I was a kid, if a dog had a mange, you'd rub it down and use motor oil. But
Me too.
so I had a pan out there that had 2 oil changes worth of oil in it, and she spilled the entire thing in my garage floor.
Say hi to Ron Wayne out there, hey buddy. Oh man, that is I can't even imagine.
Did you take any pictures of the puppy paws everywhere? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
No,
I wish you
you're
had a
like
security camera
too
out
busy,
there.
like using executives.
I had to figure out how to get her from the garage to the bathtub without getting oil all over the house.
Wrap her in a towel. She's
Yeah,
little.
that's what I did, but like the garage lights was off, so when I went to look out in the garage and I flipped the light on, first thing I seen was these paw prints all over the place, but I thought it was blood. And I was like,
Oh,
and
not good.
I was like, oh my God, what has she done? And then I looked and it was oil. And there wasn't a dry spot on her. She must have got down and rolled in it or something. I don't know. It's awful. And we're talking about a Cocker Spaniel with long hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
I used to have one. It was black. Too bad you didn't have the black one. Then you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
Somebody out here in the side chat, rest in peace, Joe Rogan. Something happened to him?
Or trolling. You never know.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was wondering. I was like, I hadn't seen anything, but
The puppy story is way better.
yeah. Bama Dad said you should have rubbed her down with oil dry. Oh man. Oh man. All right. But yeah, Chad told me that story. I was like, dude, man, I feel for you. That's wild. So there's some people already answered out in the side chat. Favorite firework. How about you, Gary? What was your favorite?
Growing up wise,
Well,
bottle rockets.
yeah, growing up or still to today.
Yeah, well, can't buy bottle rockets here anymore.
You gotta go to Missouri.
I haven't bought fireworks in so many years. You know, I don't have kids around anymore and stuff like that. And, you know, live alone and stuff like that. Old man, I just don't go to fireworks stands anymore. So I don't even know what they have, to be honest with you. And now if my granddaughter was around and was a little older, yeah, then maybe we'd buy her some fireworks. But she's out of state, and so, yeah, I just have to go back to my youth. Bottle rockets, and then I don't remember what the things were called. They were like firecrackers, but you'd light them and they'd spin around real fast and bounce. They were really cool. It kind of made a weird noise. I like those.
All right, yeah. Good stuff. And Fluffy says all of them that Joe Dirt said. Yeah, he talked about fireworks there for a while. Okay, Moondog, how about you, buddy? Did you guys get to set some off there, or?
Well, yeah, everybody in the neighborhood, or at least in the neighboring neighborhood to where I live, we're a little bit on the slope of a hill, and especially since COVID, everybody's gotten a hold of firework, air burst fireworks have been illegal in California for decades. But everybody did a big FU to all the laws here. So yeah, on 4th of July, there's tons of illegal fireworks going off all over the place, and so I enjoy watching them. But as a kid, I especially liked the sort of string of firecrackers. Like the Chinese string of, because I would undo each of them from the long string, and so that I could have individual firecrackers to economize.
Oh yeah.
Good
stuff. And we got sighting out there.
Oh yeah.
Everybody like to count us down?
All right.
Yeah.
3,
2, 1.
Hey, Mario.
Let's go, Sweeto.
Yeah, we got a lot of good ones out there in the side chat. So how about you, Brick?
Well, I'm on the fireworks display thing because I wanted to know. So the things Gary was talking about are the aerial spinners, the one that take off and bounce around. My dad actually used to work for Atlas Fireworks, so all of them but probably my favorite was definitely when my friends and I would play Dungeons and Dragons, and we'd take Roman candles and basically play tag with Roman candles. So that had been one of my fun things. But then when they came out with the cakes, where it's like a whole display in a box,
Oh
that
yeah.
then became my favorite thing because you could light one and you got like 30 of them. So for handheld, which you're never supposed to hold handheld any fireworks, but that would be Roman.
Says three-fingered Freddy.
Yeah, look, I said, oh, just because I shouldn't doesn't mean I didn't. So yeah, so bottle rockets also were up there, but yeah, I like running around chasing people with Roman candles.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those Saturn missiles there that Help Man's talking about. Those are like the square box, and they go on for a while. It's like pew, 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 pew. Yeah. So about you, Jamie?
M80s.
M80s. There you go.
Simplicity of blowing up toilets. Yes.
Yeah.
You could take a mailbox plumb off the post. Not that I do anything like that because that's a federal offense.
No, of course not.
Well, you throw an M80 out in the grass in the yard. After it went off, there's just a bare spot with no grass. I mean,
They were fun to throw in the creek too, man.
Oh yeah, waterproof fuses.
Yeah, those were fun. But after I got later up into my teens, they kind of watered them down. They were like,
Oh yeah,
they weren't as strong. Somebody told me one time they're like a quarter stick of dynamite. I'm like,
back in the day they were, yeah.
It was my dad's belief that the M80 outside the bedroom window was the appropriate alarm clock for us children.
So, how about you, Chad?
Man, every time I'm around fireworks, I think about my grandpa, and he didn't care what they looked like, just as long as they was loud.
Yeah.
He got so tickled at the boom. And he didn't care what they looked like. But my favorite would be the mortars, though, that once they go off, they look like they're raining down on you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are nice. Yeah, I guess there's several states that they got to drive to the neighboring state to get fireworks and stuff. So,
Yeah, I went on vacation one year and I bought about $1,500 worth of fireworks, put them in the back seat of a car, and throwed a blanket over them. And would you know, I got pulled over in Virginia. And I was a little scared, but he didn't ask what was under the blanket.
Oh no, it's a dead body.
Well, as long as it's not fireworks.
Yeah,
Right.
it better not be fireworks, son. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, Virginia's where I got pulled over, the garage guy. Matter of fact, it was in Abingdon, Virginia.
Oh, well, I love the mortars too, and all that stuff. But one of my favorite things to do, which this was a learning process, you have to remember as a older teenager into my 20s, we'd take cutting torch, acetylene torch.
Mhm.
And you have to go ahead and like get it going, mix your air and your gas so it's like you got the flame and everything. Kink the line, and then fill up balloons with it, and tie them off, and then you take some tape and you tape a firecracker on the side of the balloon. But we learned after the first few, you need to tie a rock on the balloon also. because you light it and take off running if the wind's blowing and it's coming towards you. But those make the loudest boom. Balloon this big, full of settling. When that firecracker goes off, it'll rattle windows. I mean, it's not going to it's up off the ground, so I mean, it's not going to do anything or nothing, but my goodness, it makes a boom.
And here I thought you were going to float them and shoot them with flaming arrows or something.
Well, you could do that too. I mean, we had thought about it, but, shooting flaming arrows, around the neighborhood. And a lot of times it's dry around here at 4th of July. We ain't had rain for a month. And so there's always that type, deal, grass fires and all that stuff, which never really stopped anybody. But the last few years, we lucked out and got some rain right before the 4th. So that's been really nice. And alrighty. But when you're talking about California and stuff, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was COVID. I remember seeing helicopter videos of LA setting off in suburbs or setting off mortars and everything. And they're like, you can't do this. It's against the law. And they're like, that one reporter's like, I don't see how you're going to stop them. I mean, every neighborhood, everybody's shooting off fireworks,
Yeah, it goes on till 1 or 2 at night. That's all. That's when I would stop here, but it's impressive.
Yeah, and we've been fortunate to have I think seven exchange students. So when we talk about 4th of July, they have no idea what that means unless they're from England, But they're like, oh yeah, you guys celebrate when you kicked us out of our country, or whatever. But they all know about fireworks, but it's always a New Year's Eve thing for most of the country.
Oh yeah.
It's a big deal on New Year's to set off a bunch of fireworks. And they think it's awesome. They're like, so you guys get to do fireworks twice a year? It's like, we do them after a football game or something. I mean, it don't matter, around here. And, they really thought that was really cool that, there was more than one time a year that, fireworks were.
You can do them year round because we can't.
Oh, yeah, we can do it anytime.
We've got I think it's 8 days around
really?
Independence Day. That's it.
Dude, you're worse than Connecticut. We can do fountains anytime we want, but that's it. So,
I mean, we always try to be respectful and not, other than right around 4th of July, not set anything off after 10 o'clock, but, that's just.
Well, according to city ordinances around here, today's the last day they can shoot them. They have to be done by 11 o'clock at night, but we'll see. Yep.
So I used to live in Lexington, Kentucky, and we lived in a neighborhood where the houses were really close together. And I had a 4th of July party, and we dug a pit in my backyard. I bought a whole hog. We built a fire underground. Yeah. Wrapped a hog in banana tree leaves, covered it back up, let it smolder underground, and then we started shooting fireworks off. And in Lexington, you're not allowed to have any aerial fireworks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the neighbor called and reported us because we were shooting off some bottle rockets in the sky. And the police showed up, and we just got finished digging the hog out of the ground and laid it on the table, and they come around the back of the house, and I was like, y'all, just in time, we just got the hog out of the pit. And we fed them and everything, and that guy goes, oh, so what kind of fireworks y'all got? And I was like, oh, you want to see them? He said, see them? I want to shoot them.
Oh, man.
You're talking about a pissed off neighbor.
Oh man. Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, literally, when the Kansas City Chiefs won the first Super Bowl after 50 years, uh, there was more fireworks shot around here than I think there is on 4th of July. I mean, it's like you hear fireworks going off everywhere. We went outside and set a bunch off, and so yeah, it's. But, I mean, alrighty. Well, it is time to do the giveaway. We still had one more deal. We kind of went through this. Unless somebody wants to throw something in here, just anybody. This is the last one. What traditions have you had to celebrate Independence Day? Have they changed? And like the most memorable ones. And so we'll let the side chat and anybody on the panel we'll go real quickly through like some of the traditions, like did you go out on the lake, or family come over, you shoot off fireworks at your house, or kind of that type stuff. So just anybody.
As a kid, keg parties.
Yeah.
My mom would always have keg parties, or
Keg
we'd be at
parties.
keg parties. Yes, that was pretty much that was the summertime thing. And there's a picture of me at like 14 tapping a keg for the party. I wasn't drinking, but I was the bartender.
Sure, you weren't.
Yeah, and my dad, like I said, he worked for Atlas Fireworks, so we'd spend a week setting up fireworks and going to different towns and race cars as well, because he was also a race car driver. So
Wow. Well, the big
stock car races, fireworks, keg parties.
I
There you
think
go.
we might be related, Brooke, somehow.
Yeah.
Now, the
That's
big
what I got.
thing when I was growing up at night is they always had the big city fireworks display down at the city park.
Oh yeah.
And at the end of it, I can remember because it was right next to the high school football field, and they would hang this American flag firework off of the scoreboard, and that was a signal that the show was over when this big American flag firework went off, and that was
Oh,
always
that
so
is cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
When I was a young boy, my great grandparents were still living. My great aunt would take us every year and we'd buy, I don't even know what she spent on fireworks. It was ridiculous. But both of my great grandparents were they were up in age, and my great grandfather had a prosthetic leg, so he didn't get around good. So we would always set them off in the field in front of their house, and they would just sit on the porch.
Mhm.
Well, those box things you were talking about, Hillbilly, that
Yeah. Yeah.
well, there was no directions on the box. And I may or may not have lit it with it upside down. And the box was dancing around every time a shot went off. And my
Different directions.
My great grandfather thought that was the best firework he'd ever seen in his life, because that box chased me all over that field.
Oh my goodness.
He said, "Was it supposed to do that?" And I was like, "No."
Well, I don't know if you guys ever seen the little short video. It's been out for years, where they're setting off fireworks, and one of the kids took a Roman candle out there and stuck it in something and went to set it off, and their dog followed them, and it grabbed the Roman candle and sideways in its mouth, and it starts shooting, and it's running back towards everybody like, "Oh heck!" And so everybody's running from the dog. The dog's trying to, catch everybody, and it's just shooting Roman candle, out the side of it. Oh my goodness!
Y'all so rare.
I bet, man and dad. Yeah. I almost don't call it a good 4th of July till, at least, got a good burn or two on, one or two people, I mean, I literally had to go to the emergency room one year to stitch up my hand from trying to throw a whole pack of Black Cat firecrackers that had a faster fuse than I could let them go. And one 4th of July, I spent in my grandparents' is up at their house, laying on the floor with a cold wash rag over my face on the top of the air conditioner register, man. Like cool air blowing my face because I'd burnt all my eyebrows, eyelashes, and everything off my face. Oh yeah, that's what I learned. You don't stand over the rockets when you light them because they can have a fast fuse every now and then. That's at a young age, though, but I learned my lesson.
Well, as long as at the end you can just say, and nobody died, we're doing all right.
Yeah.
And it's never on 4th of July, but always, most usually the day after, we go down to the creek, and pretty good sized creek, and there's a gravel bar on each side. So whoever showed up on one side and whoever showed up on the other side is just a Roman candle bottle rocket fight all evening. So if you didn't want to get shot by something, you weren't supposed to be on the creek bank,
No.
Anybody else got one they want to share? Jamie, I think you're the only one.
I used to like to go out in the woods and camp and be gone, and then come back to town for the local fireworks show, and then go back to the woods. I mean, that's camping at the lake was always fun, but see, if I was in town, I knew I would wind up manning the grill. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Or even worse, churn butter all morning and then make homemade ice cream all evening.
No, that's a lot of work. That is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So anybody else before we get to the giveaway?
I'm with Mark Thomas. I'm ready to go to bed.
All right. Well, let's give some stuff away.
These are solid logs.
Ooh, yes, he is. But I said I would stay because for one day I don't have to go to work tomorrow, so I can stay up with you guys. So here I am.
Appreciate it.
To give away.
I was beginning to wonder in the beginning if you was
I
going to stay or
figured
not.
she'd turn into a pumpkin once it got late enough.
Well, I got sucked out twice trying to stay. So, third time was a charm. Got there.
All right. So, Brooke,
Yes,
this
sir.
is totally up to you. We'll let you go first. And
All right.
you can do one giveaway or two, whatever you would like to do.
All right. So here's the deal. Whoever wins this one can choose pink or black. And then so when you answer, just say pink or black. And then I will know which one you're going to get because you get the choice of. Now, actually, no, whoever wins first actually has their choice of everything. Let's do it that way. So you can get the Babes book, the dry fire book, or the hats and the pens. Everyone who wins something will get a pen. So yeah. So there you go. That's how we'll do it. We'll just do order of elimination, whatever thing you actually want.
All right.
Yeah.
And Brooke, when you get a minute, can you type your email?
Oh, yeah.
Or wait, one of us can type it for you.
All right. Well, no, it's
What
just
is it?
going to be brooke@agsss.com. So just like my name, but instead of a dash, put an at, and voila, you've got it.
Oh, okay.
So there's that.
That's pretty easy.
I
So
I was thinking ahead today, which I really wasn't, but it looks good.
So if you win, that's how you can get a hold of Brooke. So
Yeah.
Brooke, give us a countdown. And
All right.
do a spin.
3, 2, 1. Chicken soup. Go.
You do have to be present.
Yeah, yeah. That's why, so you can tell me which thing you actually want.
Hey.
All right,
Justin
Justin.
Graham.
What do you want, kiddo? Kiddo. There we go. Yeah, I've been with my kids all day, kind of, sort of. All right, you got Blackpink, Babes, or Dry Fire. Your choice. So many options. So he is here, yeah?
Well, we're waiting on Justin, Bama Dad, to ask when is your live stream? And for all you guys and girls out there, Brooke's live stream is exactly 1 hour before this show starts. So it'd be 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern.
Yes. Sir.
Oh, there Justin comes back.
There we go.
Dry Fire. All right. Dry Fire goes to Justin. So yeah, go ahead, email me your address, and I'm going to warn you. It's probably not going to go in the mail until Wednesday or so, but it'll be there.
So right there, as her name is Brooke, and instead of the dash, it'd be Brooke at AGSSS.
Hold on, ready? I'll just make it easier. Hold. Let me adjust accordingly.
Okay.
Hold on. There. Yeah. Then it'll be there so everybody can see it. Just like that.
All right. There you go. So that's Brooke's email?
Yes. No, it's at AGSSS.
All righty.
There. Yes. Not to be confusing, but yeah.
All right. And we said, didn't he jump in out there? Hey, buddy. Good to see you. And you guys hashtag in. We got more giveaways. So
there you go. All right. So then one person gets to win a hat. You get the choice of pink or black.
All right. Let's give this thing a spin.
That's what we got left. And I apologize to all of you. You have to wait for me to send stuff. But it's just once. It's just
somebody. Del Pogue, everybody! Congratulations!
Now I get
somebody out there with a blue wrench. If you wouldn't mind posting a Great Start Shooting School link out there for everybody, so they can go check out Brooke's channel.
All right. So now I get to, I'll get to stalk Dale because now I know where he lives. It'll be great.
All right, Dale, you out there, buddy? Say something.
And they are very bright. They're probably just a slightly less than what I'm seeing on my monitor, but they are pretty bright.
All right.
But yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. And just to overdo the ShamWow thing, $30 value. That's how much these suckers cost me.
Oh, sweet.
Or this is what I sell them for. So, not that we're talking about how much things cost on YouTube, because you can't talk about anything on YouTube.
Jamie put her link out there, so make sure you check that out.
I'm not here spinning.
Oh, Dale says I'm not here spinning again.
All right, fine. You get nothing.
So Dale, you serious? You want to spin again, or?
Well, he's probably got 5 million hats. That is sort of
he
one
doesn't
of the
want to give Brooke his address.
hats.
That's probably what it amounts to.
Those of us who have them have 5 million of them. All right.
All right. Well,
I don't see the chat, so I don't know. But anyway,
we'll give this thing another spin, then.
Okay. All right. Then we'll make it easy. Whoever wins this one, they're gonna send me their stuff, and I'll just send them all of it. They don't even get to choose. I'll just give it all away, all at once, because everyone's really here for the skinny blue knife. So
all right. Well, this one is Smoking Joe. Sorry, I had Brooke still on there. I didn't realize it, but yeah, it was spinning. And anyway, Smoking Joe, you still out there, buddy? He was just out there just a minute. He said congratulations. So
there you go. He's there somewhere. He's like, no hats, pink, red, pink, blue. All right. And then pens. Everybody loves pens. And we'll be all done. I'm not even thinking that. It's a week after.
There he is. He says, thanks. So.
All right. Yes. Feel free to email me at brooke@agsss.com, and I will send you stuff.
Yep. There's the email address right there. So.
Ta-da.
All right. That's awesome.
All right. Well, thank you for letting me, give stuff away. 'Cause,
Well, thank you for doing that. That is really nice of you. Great stuff there, too.
Well, you guys have the fancy software here to make it work for everybody.
So up next will be for the multicolored skinny knife.
Not to be confused with the multicolored pen.
So anyway, let's spin here and see who will win the multicolored skinny knife. Denny!
I didn't even hear that one get called before.
Denny just jumped in not very long ago, so hopefully he's still out here.
Minutes ago.
Come on, Danny.
He's probably still hot and worn out being down there.
There he is.
All right, there he is.
All right. Thank goodness. Everyone got something. Well, not everyone, but a little bit like Oprah here. It's like, you get a pen and you get a pen. No.
All righty. Well, that is awesome. Thank you so much for doing that, Brooke, and congratulations on the winners. And we want to thank each and every person that's here tonight. And also, we're going to go through the room and let everybody plug their channel. If you're out there on the side chat and you got something coming up, if you'd like to put your channel link out there or whatever you got coming up, we'll sure highlight it. And I want to thank the VIPs. They're scrolling down below. And there's, I think, some more to add to it just here recently. The VIPs, what the money that comes in from the VIPs, they sponsor the giveaways. So I just really want to thank them very, very much for all that. So Gary, what you got coming up, buddy?
Well, let's see. It's Saturday. So I got my live stream on Monday night. That's South Territory, 9 p.m. Central. And let's see, for my channel members, Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. is when we have our member stream and the knife giveaway. Speaking of knives, I've got 3 new knives from O Knife that I need to do reviews on.
Right.
And I think that's about it. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, so glad you're here. Always appreciate you being here. Always fun to have you, buddy. Everybody make sure you go over and check out Giz or Gary. Great time. And just real quick, while I'm thinking about it, like on Monday nights, you got Ron 2A Matters, and then right after that's Giz or Gary's. Tuesday nights actually our VIP chat. Then Wednesday nights, it's a full night of fun because you got Moondog at 5. This is Central Time. It's 5 p.m. Central Time. Then you got Ron and Misty, their member chat at 7:30 that evening Central Time. And right after that, you got Giz or Gary's. And then, my goodness, we jump over here to Friday night. We got Jamie and everybody over there at Georgia Shooting Connection. Then after that, Chad, Kentucky Rimfires and Hobbies. And then Saturday, we got Brooke's show, then our show. And then right after this, we got a commercial break here because don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back because right after this show, I say right after, it's it's a few hours after, but let's roll this commercial here.
I am gravely disappointed. Once again, you have made me unleash my dogs of war.
Howdy, everybody. How y'all doing?
There has been too much violence, too much pain. But I have an honorable compromise. Just come join us. Saturday nights, 11 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. Sunday metric. Just join us, and there will be an end to the horror. Just join us.
Always fun on the overnight mouse party with DM Foss and company. And then, my goodness, we jump over on Sunday, and there's lots of stuff going on Sundays. I know we got Scotsman. What else we got? Rich White. I know I'm missing people. Man, if I missed anybody, I really apologize. So J Delta threw out a super sticker out there for $1.99. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that, brother. My goodness. And J Delta, that's another person out there that's got a great channel. There's so many people that just have a wonderful, wonderful channels. You got him, and then of course Moon. I think Gary he bailed. I think he's gonna go take a nap before Foster's show. And so, anyway, just like right here, we got Mr. Moondog up next, and another great channel.
Well, thanks. Yeah, just finished a review of the new O-Sight SE, which is it's one of the smallest enclosed emitter red dots for CCW sized pistols. It's got a RMSC footprint, and it's supposedly has a up to 7-year battery life from
Sweet.
and unlike the first iteration of the O-Sights, this doesn't have a rechargeable battery. It's for all the complaints people didn't trust having a rechargeable battery. So this one actually has a side battery tray, so you can replace it with just a regular coin battery. So that pretty much answers that. And it is got to be one of the cheapest enclosed emitter red dots that I've come across that is pretty decently built. So I was very impressed with it. So I just posted that video up.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to go check that out.
It's a good piece. Yeah, I'm not going to say the price because YouTube, but yeah, I was surprised at how affordable this thing is.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So hopefully I'll see you guys, or some of you guys out there on Wednesdays. I will be. Might be running late this Wednesday because I'm going to be broadcasting from Southern California, if all things go well with the flight, and I will be spinning for the winner of the laser rangefinder that was from last month's contest, and this month's contest is for the CV Life 1 to 10 first focal plane LPVO. So if you want to enter that contest, just go to my website at moondogindustries.com/contest. And you can see what the current contest for the month is.
Always some great giveaways over there, buddy. My goodness. Good stuff.
Thank you.
So make sure you go check out Moondog 2A. Got Moondog Reviews and Moondog Go. All three of his channels are great stuff, so make sure you go check them out and subscribe. Do yourself a favor.
Thank you.
Good having you here, brother. So, Brooke.
Yes, sir.
What all you got coming up?
All right. Well, I'm in my email, so I know I got Justin's address. And Smoking Joe, not yet, but that's all right. I'm sure it's coming because he said he did. But anyway, what do I got? Every Saturday night since 2018, I hop on and I do my Mental Health Matters. Sometimes it's an awesome show and sometimes it's sort of boring, but it's always something.
It's fun.
So Mental Health Matters because 2 out of every 3 gun deaths that we get beaten over the head with are actual suicides. And if we actually, as gun owners, want to help people, we got to talk about mental health because nobody wants to talk about it, but we all have our brains. So we all need our mental health. So there is all of that. As far as other stuff going on, I am actually working on programs so I can teach one-to-many. So I'm coming up with some videos for teaching people who are not able to come here directly to Connecticut with me. And I have knee surgery coming up in August, which in theory will give me some more downtime where I can do a little bit better for the videos that I don't have done yet, because I'll be on the couch for a couple of weeks theoretically. So that's sort of the excitement going on in my life. I got about a month and a half of live fire training again with folks, and going from there. So yeah, that's my excitement for what's coming up. But pretty much every Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern, on a Great Start Shooting School's YouTube channel, and usually on Facebook as well. If there's anybody out there that wants to talk about mental health stuff, I am always looking to interview folks and have a chat that will be half an hour to 45 minutes. So on those nights when I don't want to stay up past 9 o'clock, we can just like that. So and of course, anybody who wants to have specific things to talk about also, because there's lots of things we can talk about when it comes to mental health.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
is
And
it.
Smoking Joe says it says address not found.
Wow.
But Justin's went through, buddy. So it's
Yeah.
Brooke at AG.
Make sure you got 3 S's. I know some people leave one S off sometimes. The other thing you can do is you can just go to agsss.com, and there's a contact form there. And so you can also try that as well. But yeah, I find a lot of people leave the 3rd S off. So maybe try that.
Well,
But yeah, that's kind of what I got going on right now, is getting ready for surgery and trying to do it so I can do more safety teaching and that sort of stuff. Wait, sorry, one more thing. I'm doing an instructor class on August 19th and 20th. So anyone who wants to become a USCCA instructor, I've had people come as far as Maine, Pennsylvania and stuff for these classes. It's a full 2-day class. So yeah, there's that. That's actually kind of a big deal because I only do like 1 or 2 of those a year. And I'd have to drop a link for that. So whoever's talking next, I'll drop the link for the instructor class too.
There he says, I think it worked that time. So
all right, I'll go back and look, but I'll go find I have Joe. Joe, I got you. It's good.
All righty. Well, thank you so much, Brooke, for being here, and thank you for the giveaways. That is awesome. Really appreciate you. And go check out Brooke over Great Start Shooting School. And Jamie, what do you got coming up, buddy?
For Shooting Connection Friday nights at 8 o'clock, I'm working on a scope review video, and I wished I'd talked to Moondog before I did this.
Oh, why?
The authority. Yeah, it's the DNT, the one. Y'all probably seen a lot of those.
You know, I've heard of it, and I've been curious about it since it looks very similar to the Arkin, but you've got both, so I'm curious to see your video.
Well, I appreciate it. That'll hopefully be done by the end of the week, and maybe I can work on that tomorrow and get it finished up. But I've not even started editing, but I like that scope. And,
nice. Good deal.
So, spoiler alert, plug up your ears. I like it better than Arkin.
Oh man. Don't be saying that down in Texas.
Well, isn't DNT also a Texas?
Oh, is it? Okay.
But
Texas
they are very similar. Very, very similar. All right, guys, I'm going to bug out of here and go to bed. I'm way past my bedtime.
Good night, Jamie. Enjoy church tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll try. I'm just playing in the orchestra tomorrow. Get back up to the hospital. Thank y'all for having me and putting up with me.
Well,
have a
you
good
bet
night.
you, buddy. And
also, blood pressure comes down soon for your wife.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be coming home. I'm hoping she'll be coming home tomorrow. So, thank y'all. Good night.
Thank you, buddy, for being here. Appreciate you. Go check out JH586, everybody, and Georgia Shooting Connection. Chad, what you got coming up, brother?
A nap.
You deserve it, buddy.
Man, I got videos posted all the way up till August scheduled. So there's some more Springfield 2020 videos coming out, some more hard seltzer videos coming out. Got a couple of videos coming up of me actually shooting a USBR match. Yeah, and then I got the new 455 CZ that I'm been shooting, and it's actually getting pillar blocks made for it right now. I'm going to pillar bed it and bed the action, so there'll be some updates on that. Um, guys, I am at 973 subs, so help me out. I need to break 1,000.
So close.
Oh yes, I told you I forgot. I was like, remind me Saturday night, and we'll try to get you over there.
So
And,
we're getting close. I've been putting out a few more videos, and it seems to be helping with. I was just putting like 2 or 3 a week out, but the
That's
problem
quite a bit.
is, well, now I'm putting like 4 or 5 out a week.
Wow.
But the problem is there's so many challenge targets getting made and put out that if I keep scheduling them out, then by the time you see my video, that target's already come and gone. So
yeah.
I just have to do it now, you know. And
Yeah.
plus we had our meet and greet this past weekend, so I had to get those videos out, and that was the best time ever. You know, I had
I'll bet.
Elijah from Day at the Range and Rimfire Dave and
Oh, cool.
Hasbro, and we had a really, really good time.
Oh yeah.
I'm the Savage Champion. But that is now going to be an annual event, and it'll be by invite only, and we're going to have the range secured for private range day so that everybody can get their we can have the range to ourselves, and everybody will have a chance to video and make videos. And we did it this year at Justin's range, and Justin's only got 2 benches, and it's beautiful range, but a lot of people brought more guns than they got to shoot. So if we can have it at our range where we got more benches and we can get more people sitting down shooting at the same time, then I think it'll go a little better. So I've already talked.
Yeah,
I've already talked to the club president, and he said just make it happen. So we'll have this annually, and it's going to be there's always going to be a Savage shoot off, and some of the guys requested that we do a CZ shoot off, and then Rimfire Dave throwed in a Tika shoot off. So we will be inviting people that wants to come and be a part of those challenges. So, and it may be different people each year. So anyways, we're still planning for that. The first one's over, and we got until spring to figure this out, because I'm not going to do it in the summer this time. Rimfire Dave about fell out on me Friday, so we're going to do it when it's a little cooler outside.
Them fellers from the north don't know how to handle this heat.
Well,
and
it was upper 80s, low 90s, and we're shooting under a carport. Our gun shelter is a carport. Well, midday when the sun's baking down on that carport, it's like being inside of an oven. I mean, and so Dave called his wife to let her know he wasn't feeling well, and it was like 80s, 90s in Kentucky, and she's like, "Well, honey, it's 68 here." So, no wonder you can't take it.
Sometimes 10 degrees is a big difference, especially when you go about 20 degrees.
Listen,
and then add in the humidity. And so,
that man is 75 years old, and he went wide open for 4 days straight. If I got his energy when I'm 75, it will be awesome, because he ran around like a 35, 45-year-old man. Just
Brooke, I fixed it so where you can post out there too, but I want to
All
have
right.
post
Yeah,
it.
no, I think that I screwed that up. But Chad, I did go to at least 3 of my accounts and subscribe to the ones that I hadn't yet. So we're a little bit closer.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. I got more than one.
So Moondog, you take you got that Denny's question there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, basically with Moondog's deal, you do like a screenshot, and then of where you subscribe to his
Which one of
Moondog
them?
Go or his X or whatever the contest says. And then you go on there, you fill up this little form, and there'll be a deal where it says upload picture or whatever. And so, but I did try it from my phone. I couldn't get the upload from my phone. I had to go use my computer.
Oh, okay.
That's
When
When I hit upload on the phone, it
Mhm.
kept saying error.
Okay.
But
That's
I screenshot it on my computer, and it works fine.
maybe that's why Denny's can't. I didn't realize that was the case. That's a bug with Google, I suppose.
Yeah. It said something like file error or something like that, and I wouldn't think the screenshot would be too big of a file, to upload.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Especially from the phone.
It kept kicking that error out, and so. But
Thanks for letting me know.
oh, you bet you, buddy. So yeah, go over and check out Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies. Always a great time over there, and let's. If you're not subscribed, subscribe over there. Let's get him up above 1,000 subscribers, and
Only 25 more now.
Yeah, awesome. Well, that's great. For me, I got videos coming up. I got let's see, their new Oaken, and this thing has it seems like a massive glass on it, but it's not that big. They just really did a lot of cutting away, and the glass is like very visible. So we got that coming up. We got some more suppressor videos coming up. We got
see, 979. See, 25.
right.
21. Don't make me do math this late at night. I'll be quiet now.
Some more bold action AR stuff, and so yeah, we got plenty of stuff coming up. Unless it just gets really hot, then I'm just going to set an air conditioner. I always plan to do like what Chad said. I got videos loaded up till the end of August. That's kind of my plan every year, but I just don't ever make it. Seems like so.
Well, it does make it nice though. Like if you have a weekend, you want to go do something with the family or something, you ain't got to worry about having something for content. It's already there, So
you betcha. Yep, no doubt. But we want to thank each and every one of you that's been here tonight. Man, y'all are just wonderful, and I can't thank y'all enough. We're at 137 shows. When I first started this, I was like, well, we'll try it out, and as long as people show up, we'll just keep doing it. And so here we are 137 shows later, and we're still doing it. So anyway, appreciate y'all so much. We're going to leave y'all with this. Remember, God, family, country, make somebody's day better, will you? And if the good Lord's willing, the creeks don't rise, we'll be seeing y'all again. Everybody say good night.
Good night.